You thought things were fine, maybe just a rough patch, and then one day she says the words every man dreads. It's over. I can't do this anymore. You're stunned, blindsided, and left asking yourself, how did I not see this coming? My name is Matusz. I'm a hypnotherapist of 8 years, and I know this because I lived it. I nearly lost my marriage of 12 years. I was blindsided too. I thought I was doing everything right. But what I couldn't see, what I was unconscious of, was quietly destroying my relationship. And once I saw it, once I began rewiring it, everything changed. So let me take you into a metaphor that will guide us through this. Imagine you've got a film crew following you around. Cameras in the living room, in the kitchen, even in the car. They are capturing everything. The look on your face when she criticizes you, the tone of your voice when you are frustrated, the way your energy shifts when you feel cornered. And then one day they show you the footage and you see yourself as she sees you. The sighs, the eye rolls, the cold shoulder, the bursts of anger, the retreat into silence. And suddenly you realize, I was there. I did all that, but I had no idea. That's what being unconscious is. You can't see yourself clearly in the moment. You are living from patterns you didn't even choose. Patterns you modeled, inherited, or unconsciously built. And here is the hardest truth. Most men don't wake up until she leaves. Now, why does this happen? Because your unconscious mind is always trying to protect you. It hides your flaws, it filters reality, it blinds you to things that would cause too much pain to face. Psychologists call it confirmation bias. We notice the things that support our model of the world and we ignore the rest. Your ego would rather protect you than wake you up. But that same protective mechanism is inversely correlated with relationship happiness. The less you see your own blind spots, the more your partner feels them. That's why so many men are blindsided. She's been seeing it for years. You've been living it, but unconsciously. I remember when I became a father, I had these angry outbursts I didn't even realize were happening. I'd snap over something small, see the terror in my wife's eyes, and then blame her for pulling away. I told myself she was avoidant, cold, shutting down. But if I had a film crew following me, I would have seen the truth. I was repelling her, not on purpose, not consciously, but unconsciously. This is what Carl Jung meant when he said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will rule your life, and you will call it fate. Now, let's talk about where these unconscious behaviors actually come from. Because most of the time, they are not even yours. They are inherited, modeled, generational. You grew up watching your parents fight or freeze or avoid. You saw how they handled stress and love and disappointment. And because you were young and impressionable, those patterns became yours. Not because you wanted them, but because they were familiar. That's why the honeymoon phase feels so different. In the beginning, you are conscious, 100% there. You are paying attention, showing up, carefully curating how you act. But eventually, you slip back into unconscious patterns, and your partner doesn't just notice, she feels repelled by them. I know I did this. I recreated the same emotional environment I grew up in, even though I swore I wouldn't. Without realizing it, I had become the very thing I promised myself I would never be. So what do? How do we see what we can't see? This is where hypnosis comes in. People ask me, what is hypnosis really? And I tell them, hypnosis is natural. We drift into it daily. When we drive, when we scroll, when we zone out. Nothing magical about it. The magic happens in hypnotherapy because hypnotherapy introduces new unconscious alternatives. It gives you new options. Now, here is why that matters. Your brain doesn't do what works, it does what is familiar. So even if exploding in anger ruins your marriage, your brain will keep doing it because it's familiar. Even if withdrawing in silence drives her away, your brain will keep choosing it because it's familiar. Hypnotherapy takes new behaviors, breathing instead of yelling, listening instead of shutting down, and makes them, you guessed it, familiar. So when life triggers you, your body automatically chooses the new path. Think of it like rehearsing on stage. If you practice the same lines 1,000 times, those are the ones you deliver without thinking. Hypnosis helps you practice new lines, new reactions, so when the scene comes, the fight, the criticism, the tension, you don't freeze or explode. You respond differently. Now back to our film crew metaphor. Imagine watching the footage of your life and saying, I don't want to keep playing this role. Hypnosis is how you rehearse a new role until it becomes a second nature. That's how you change the ending of your story. And here is the thing. Most unconscious behavior is not even original. It's copied. It's modeled from your past. If your father stonewalled your mother, chances are you do the same. If your mother raged, chances are you carry that energy too. These aren't personal flaws, they are old tapes running on loop. And the tragedy is, without intervention, you'll pass them on to your kids. The cycle repeats. When I look back at my own marriage, I see it clearly. The times I thought Maya was cold or distant, she was actually protecting herself from me, from my unconscious anger, my energy, my words. If I had that film crew back then, I would have seen it, but I didn't. So I blamed her instead of facing myself. That's why men are blindsided. It's not that the signs weren't there, it's that you weren't conscious enough to see them. By the way, if this is resonating with you, subscribe to my channel. Here is why. Every week I share tools to make the unconscious conscious, to help you stop repeating the patterns you inherited and start becoming the secure leader your family needs. Most men never get this education. If you want to stop being blindsided, this channel is for you. Now, let's loop back. Imagine again that film crew following you. You see yourself rolling your eyes. You hear the sharp tone you didn't even realize you had. You notice how your energy drops when you are criticized, how you withdraw instead of staying engaged. And now, imagine you get to reshoot the scene. You pause, you breathe, you respond differently. That's what hypnotherapy gives you. A chance to rehearse and embody new options until they are natural. The men most motivated to do this work are the ones blindsided, the ones whose wives suddenly say, I need a break, or I can't do this anymore. It feels sudden, but it's been building for years. You just didn't see it, but now you can. And now you can change it. Here is my promise. Speed. You don't have years to slowly unpack this. You don't have months to process. If your marriage is collapsing now, you need change in weeks. That's what this work does. If you have the desire and the intention, I have the tools, and I can help you get there fast. So here's your choice. You can keep waiting for the film crew to show you the wreckage after the fact, or you can start becoming conscious right now. Click the link in the description. Join the Love Leaders community. Start with my Panic to Peace 6-day protocol for free. It's the fastest way I know to calm your system, see your patterns, and begin showing up as the secure man your wife and your kids can actually trust. Your marriage didn't end overnight. The signs were always there. You just didn't see them. But you can see them now. You can change them now. And you can do it faster, much faster than you think. Because talking won't save you. Labels won't save you. Waiting won't save you. But rewiring will. And your time to do it is right now.